โอเคสวัสดีครับขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่ Uncle Gamer ครับวันนี้ผมกับ Uncle G ครับลุงแว่นครับเล่นเกมวันนี้ก็กลับมาที่ Marvel Mignight Sun ครับซับชัยครับโดยทีมงานนะขอบคุณเพจไม่เมาไม่แปรนะครับแปลด้วย Gemini AI นะครับขอบคุณนะมาณที่นี้ด้วยนะครับลุงก็เลยได้กลับมาเล่นอีกรอบนะครับ Marvel Mignight Sun เนาะครั้งก่อนเล่นจะจบแล้วแหละแต่ว่าก็เลิกเล่นไปนะเพราะว่าอยู่ดีมันก็มีงานแล้วก็ไม่ได้เล่นแล้วก็ลืมไปเลยครับวันนี้ก็มาต่อ EP 2แล้วไปฝากแล้วก็แชร์ด้วยครับดำเนินการต่อนะตอนนี้เราก็ถ้าจะไม่ผิดก็คือกลับมาจากแสงถ้ำแสงทุรัมนะครับหลังจากที่โดนบีนอมนะครับมาขวางทางนะเราจะไปช่วยวันด้าแล้วมันมีเวทมนต์ของลิลิตมาครอบนะครับบาเรียของแสงถ้ำแสงทุรัมของดรสเตรนจ์ครับก็เลยแคทเทเกอร์ก็เลยบอกให้กลับมาคุยกันก่อนนะครับโอเคกลับมาแล้วก็นี่ครับเป็นร่องรอยของการโดนซิมไบโอตของวีนอมหยุมหัวเอานะถ้ารอบนี้เราก็
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed, Lieutenant. You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours. Not bad, Hunter.
โทนี่สตาร์กยืนรออยู่ครับทางเข้า
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark side.
เดี๋ยวขอเช็คก่อนทำไมเสียงมันเบาๆนะอ่ะโอเคเอาตรงนี้ตามมาตรฐานความฮีโร่แบบสไตล์สตาร์กเธอได้6คะแนนพูดถึงเรื่องชุดแต่งตัวของเรานะเต็ม10ไปก่อนนะครับ6เต็ม10แต่เพิ่งกังวลเธอจะได้เต็มเร็วๆนี้ต้องช่วยกันนิดหน่อยแบบไหนดีวะ ดูมันแปรขอบคุณมั่นใจว่าตัวเองเก่งเหรอแบบไหนดีขอบคุณแล้วกันเขาจะช่วย
Oh, no problem. Already got a few ideas going. You're not allergic to mimetic pollen. You know what? Never mind. Why spoil the surprise? I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter. There's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't read in your will.
ท่านแวะมาตอนคุณไม่อยู่อยากจะมาเซอร์ไพรส์คุณด้วยของขวัญเล็กๆน้อยๆนะครับจะเปลี่ยนคำบรรยายนะเตรียมจะเขียนโน้ตต้อนรับคุณด้วยแต่พอดีไปไม่เห็นปากกาเหรอมันไม่ใช่น้ำหมึกแ แดงนะเว้ยอะไรวะมุกล้อเล่นปากกาขนนกอะไรกันขอบคุณของขวัญนะตัวอะไรวะล้อเล่น
I do not have a quill.
Even better.
Relax, Tony. I simply jest. It is an ink derived of the spider lily flower. Red spider lily flowers.
Of course it was. Obviously.
With just a touch of amphibian blood. For power.
Haha! Another zinger. And we'll just leave it at that. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown baby, please ignore it. It's just me walking to my room.
โทนี่ก็ยังเป็นโทนี่นะมุกตลกเยอะแยะเหมือนเดิมครับตั้งค่าเสียงหน่อยเสียงรู้สึกมันเสียงภาพตัวละครเสียงในเกมจะเบาตัวลิงเลือกตอนนี้เสียงเพลงต้องลดนะเพราะว่าจะติดลิขสิทธิ์ดึงระดับเสียงขึ้นแล้วกันโอเคของขวัญของโทนี่เปิดดูสิจัดไป
I'm Tony Stark, but if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man.
ซุปเปอร์ลิงก์ก็คือกลุ่มไลน์นั่นเองนะครับของฮีโร่ดูแบบนี้แล้วก็เอาไว้ชิดแชทกันนะในช่องทางหลักที่พวกเราใช้คุยกันเหมือนเป็น Facebook ของพวกซุปเปอร์ฮีโร่แหละอย่าลืมข้ามมาเช็คลิงก์นะก็มาเช็คมี2 คนที่แชทมาดูของลัสโปตินก่อนขอสะพานเลยมันไม่ใช่อย่างนั้นตั้งโพสต์มาว่าแรกๆเราก็ไล่เธอไปแล้วตอนนี้ก็ปล่อยให้เธอตายฮีโร่จริงๆเลยนะขอสะพานเลยมันไม่ใช่อย่างนั้นจิกเป็นสเตรงครับแล้วถูกส่งมาเพื่อปกป้องนายนะฉันรู้ว่ามันเป็นยังไงมหาเวทคุณแม่ลัสโปตินพวกเรารู้กันดีว่าเรื่องนี้มันซับซ้อนกว่าที่คิดฉันรับอะไรฉันรับวันด้ามาเป็นศิษย์ก็เพราะมีเหตุผลฉันเชื่อว่าเธอดูแลตัวเองได้สตีเวนก็ในเกมนี้ก็สตีเวนก็รับวันด้ามาเป็นลูกศิษย์นะครับเบย์พูดว่าสตีเวนสเต็งพยายามทุกอย่างแล้วเพื่อตามหาวันด้าแล้วเรากับฮันเตอร์ก็ด้วยวีอาน่าเดี๋ยวเราก็พาเธอกลับมาก็คือเป็นห่วงวันด้านั่นเองนะครับวันด้าต้องอยู่กับพวกเราวีอาน่าโอเคเอาสินะครับไปเย็บโพสแรกว่างั้น อะไรเนี่ยซุปเปอร์ลิงก์ออกมาได้กี่เดือนแล้วนะเราก็ใช้มันทุกวันเลยนิกกี้บอกไปเย็บบอกคือแบบว่านี่คือโพสแรกที่นักล่าเจออ๋อร็อบบี้นะครับเลิกทำแบบนี้สิเวลามีคนใหม่เข้ามาในซุปเปอร์ลิงก์นะเบรดถึงครั้งใช่ก็แล้วแต่มันนี่น่าจะหมายถึงล็อบบี้เลเยสนะครับเขาหมายถึงให้เอาน้ำแข็งของนายไปโยนลงน้ำไงมันไม่น่าจะทำแบบนั้นหรอกนะใช่ไหมเบรดใช่แล้วใช่ไหมกระบี่มังกรโอเคนี่เป็นครั้งสุดท้ายแล้วนะมีแผนที่มีโล่มีกระเป๋าเครื่องใช้ครับ สำรวจในห้องตัวเองสิดูซิมีอะไรบ้างในห้องที่นอนหมานะครับตัวนี้เป็นที่นอนหมาของเราหมานรกโลกันนะ
There never was enough room for my armor in this thing.
เอาละเอาของที่ได้จากภารกิจนะเอาไปเปิดล็อกชุดนะครับให้นักล่าฮีโร่นะไม่ใช่แค่ชุดธรรมดานะแต่เป็นชุดที่ใส่เดินโชว์ในวัดได้เลยเดินโชว์ในวัดอะไรเนี่ยไปเลือกชุดใหม่สุดเท่ในลัสกลุ่มซับกันเลยวันนี้ก็นี่ครับชุดนี้น่าจะแจ่มสุดแล้วนูนดีชุดดำมันเหมือนทหารไปหน่อยเนาะนี่ก็ชิวเกินนี่ก็ไปเที่ยวนี่ก็ไม่โอเคตัวนี้น่าจะผ่านสุดครับดูตัวนี้ใส่กระเป๋าเรียบร้อยโอเคโอเคสำหรับฮันเตอร์ตรงนี้มีอะไรบ้างนี่เป็นจดหมายที่เราเคยจดไว้นะ
Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
ถึงเวลาที่ต้องเขียนใหม่แล้ว อัปเกรดห้องก็แต่งห้องได้หลายอย่างครับ แต่เราไม่มีแต้มเนาะปรับแต่งห้องเปลี่ยนสีเหมือนกันนะโอเคครบแล้วดูภาพสิภาพอยู่ไหนฮะโอเค
We were all so happy then.
อาคาธากับแคทเทเกอร์นะแล้วก็เจ้าสุนัขตัวโปรดของเรานะซาร่าก็คือคายเทเกอร์นะไปนอนเถอะโอเคจ้านอนชุดนี้ไม่ใส่ไม่ถอดรองเท้าได้เลยเดี๋ยวแตกเต็มชุดหมดแล้วค้างสังันเอาเกมค้างครับทุกคนรอสักครู่นะโอเคมาละอยู่ในเกมค้างทุกคนเกมค้างโอเคเราจะข้ามบทแรกนี้ไปดูต่อมันจะเข้ามาตรงไหนเข้าตรงไหนนะโอ้โหเดี๋ยวบอกว่าตอนแรกเลยเนี่ยอัปเกรดสกิลรักษาของนิโคให้เสร็จปุ๊บยิงปั๊บฮีโร่ที่บาดเจ็บจะหายไปปิดทิ้งเลยภายในวันเดียวยิ่งกว่านั้นยังได้บัฟเทพๆอีกต่างหากโอเคโอเคมาอยู่ตรงที่ระหว่างนอนเนาะเดี๋ยวเช็ค นิดหนึ่งครับว่าไมค์ตอนนี้เป็นโอเคไมโนเมาโนโอเคนอนใหม่อูกีดูกีอ๋อข้ามได้นะครับปุ่มบีจะไม่ข้ามครับเพราะว่าต้องการดูเสพเนื้อเรื่องด้วยนะ นั่นคือใครอยู่ในความฝันของฮันเตอร์ครับ
Can we advance? No! Hold the line! I can stop her! Only I can stop her!
ลิลิธนั่นเองเรียกลูกตัวเองครับฮันเตอร์เป็นลูกของลิลิธนะครับเอ้ามาแล้ว
Charlie!
ชาลีครับ
I know.
หมานรก
I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little pert before.
A little.
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
ลงตีเหล็กไปที่ลุงหล่อเลยนะครับผมแชทใหม่ในซูเปอร์ลิงเนาะสตาร์กน่าจะมีอะไรโชว์ที่เตาหลอมนะครับตรงนี้มีอะไรอาจจะเป็นไม่มีอะไรนะว่าไงชาลีลูกๆปึง
My sweet girl.
คุยอะไรกันสไปเดอร์แมนกับพวกสุดยอดเพื่อนของพวกเราเขากำลังปล่อยปีศาจออกมาในเมืองนะครับอันนี้เดลี่บูเกิลนะคฤหาสน์สไตล์บรุกลินที่หรูหราถูกปิดตายโดยเจ้าหน้าที่แล้ว พวกอัตภานสไปเดอร์แมนกับพวกสัตว์เลี้ยงของมันจะหยุดทำลายกรีนวิลเลจเมื่อไหร่เนี่ยและจอมเวทชื่อดังอย่างสตีเฟนสเตรนจ์จะไปเป็นพวกเดียวกับสไปเดอร์แมนด้วยเหรอหมอนี่ทำลายบ้านของตัวเองให้ราบเป็นหน้ากองหรือไงข่าวครับโป๊เปื่อยขนาดนี้เนี่ยนะฉันรู้ของฉันนี่ใครทำหนังสือพิมพ์เนี่ยเมฟิโตหรือเปล่าเป็นการอุทานนะดรสเต็งนะเอาจริงดิเวทบอกบทความนี้ไม่ได้พูดถึงฉันเลยแม้แต่นิดเดียวพวกเพื่อนที่ใส่สูตรนอนของเราเป็นไงบ้างมีข่าวอะไรมาอัปเดตไหมแค่รอพูดว่านะครับยังไม่ถึงแต่การสกัดกั้นติดต่อสื่อสารของตำรวจพวกมันจะไปย่านลิตเติ้ลอิตาลีไปกินพิซซ่าหรือกันยังไงวะทุกคนรู้ว่าพาสต้ากับซอสหอยเชลล์ที่นั่นอร่อยมากอ่ะอย่างน้อยแกก็ไม่ได้บอกว่าเป็นอะไรไส้กรอกคอหมูใช่แล้วเจอพวกซอมบี้แล้วตอนนี้ไม่ใช่เวลาที่จะไปปลุกพวกมันบีดก็พูดว่านะครับเอ้าแล้วสไปเดอร์แมนล่ะแค่รอเดนเวอร์ครับ ไม่ง่ายขนาดนั้นหรอกพวกมันเร็วมากต่อไปเลยต่อไปเลยตรงกลางนิวยอร์ก2 คนนี้ก็ยังเด่นอยู่สะดุดตาพูดเป็นวลีของฝรั่งนะทำเรางงนะเพราะว่าเจมินายก็แปลงงๆเหมือนกันนะวินาทีสุดท้ายปาฏิหาริย์เกิดขึ้นหลบหนีมอนสเตอร์กินเนื้อแล้วป้องกันนิวยอร์กให้ปลอดภัยทุกคนมาสินี่คือสไปเดอร์แมนสุดเจ๋ง นิกกี้มิโนดูครับเอลิยาน่าบอกว่าไอ้หมอนี่พูดเยอะไปสไปเดอร์แมนทอกทูมัชใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวพูดถูกเขาแค่เพราะชอบวนเวอร์แล้วใส่ชุดแดงน้ำเงินนะเว้ยไอ้มุมเนี่ยมันไม่ธรรมดากระบี่บอกเลยเบียดชมสไปเดอร์แมนนะดูเหมือนจะมีคนทำเพื่อนแล้วนี่จริงๆแล้วคือศัตรูของศัตรูเราแหละเริ่มรู้สึกว่าเราต้องการคนแบบนี้เพิ่มอีกเยอะนะเบียดบอกนะว่ามีคนแซวว่ามีเฟรนดี้อยากได้เป็นเพื่อนเนี่ยอีเวนเตอร์ตัวจริงทนได้กับพวกบ้าๆบอแบบนี้นะดูแล้วว่าใครจะได้รางวัลทีมเวิร์กเยี่ยมประจำเดือนนี้เบสนี่ดูแลเพื่อนร่วมทีมสุดๆเดี๋ยวนะฉันต้องไปฝึกซ้อมก่อน เหมือนเขินโอเคก็จะทยอยอ่านไปด้วยเรื่อยๆนะครับเพราะว่า
I know the sink of the
ต้องการ
airlock covered in slime.
ลุงต้องการรับรู้เนื้อเรื่องทั้งหมดนะค่อยๆดื่มด่ำกับเกมครับ มันเป็นภาษา โอ้ได้แต้มไอเทมช่วยเหลือเราทานแสงสว่าง นี่เหมือน ต้องการให้เราสำรวจไปด้วยนะครับ เพราะว่ามีพวก แต้มพวกอะไรอยู่ตามจุดต่างๆด้วยเนาะอ่ะเผื่อเข้ามาโต๊ะเตาหลอมซะละในเรื่องดำเนินครับ
Now,
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
ชุดใหม่ครับด็อกเตอร์สเตรนกับตัวนี้ทำให้ เพราะว่าไม่ทนพิษครับชุดก่อนหน้านี้ เท่เลยทีเดียวคุยกับโทนี่โอเค งั้นจัดไปชุดเกราะ
And you even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration. I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
สงสัยอยู่ทำไมในโรงตีเหล็กถึงมีปีศาจ
Tell me about this demon. Why is it there?
Well, you would probably know more about that than me. I'm still working on a way to keep track of everything that goes bump in the night around here. Whatever they've got trapped down there, it's hotter than hell by a few thousand Kelvin, very pissed off, and really good at eating synthetic microplants. The tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
คคำแทนตัวคุณตัวแกนี่มันตะเม้งตะเม้งหูนะ แต่ไม่เป็นไรครับเขาทำมาแล้ว ชุดใหม่นี่มันเทพยังไงวะ ดูเหมือนว่านายจะไม่ค่อยชอบเวทมนต์เท่าไหร่เองเห็นอะไรแปลกๆแถวนี้วัดหรือเปล่าวะห้องนี่มันอะไรกันเนี่ยโอ้เอาถามทุกอย่างเลย
This new version is a technological marvel.
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
โอเค เราต้องหาข้อมูลครับ ดูเหมือนนายจะไม่ค่อยชอบเวทมนต์เท่าไหร่
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
ชอบอะไรที่มีหลักการทฤษฎีอธิบายเนาะสำหรับสเปรงนะครับ ก็ต้องการอะไรประมาณนั้นนะครับ
But you and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
What sorts of things are you doing here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
เอาตัวไปก็จัดปีนอนได้ไหม
So why not magically create a way through that symbiote shield?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish upon a star here. We need to know what we're making first and put together the right components. Otherwise, I'd have already whipped up Strange a new personality.
ทำกันหมดละ
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. I was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super suit and started fighting crime.
You seem well adjusted enough, considering.
Exactly. Which means there's hope for you yet. I find these apocalypse scenarios will save you tons of therapy.
โอเค
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, Remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
วิเคราะห์แหวนแกมมา
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Yield demon hunting school, so I'm just going to give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it.
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may
ว
I
งจร
assist
แก
you
มมา
today?
นี่โอเคก็วงจรแกมมาก็จะได้การ์ดนะครับสามคนนี้นะครับฮันเตอร์ด็อกเตอร์สเต็งเบรดนะก็คือเอาตัวไหนไปผ่านด่านนั่นแหละ
Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
มีแล้วสกิลนี้เบรดก็มีแล้วเลือกหนึ่งทักษะเนี่ยครับมีของอยู่อย่างละ2เนาะโอเคสมมุติ
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
รวมอยู่หลังบ้านนะครับคุยกับสเต็งสิ
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's sorcerer supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and with your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you.
หลับไปหลายร้อยปีก็ต้องเช็คกันหน่อย
How do
ค
you
รับ
feel?
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some...
Grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me. Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge. Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are the appreciate it. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
That creature on the roof, you have run into it before?
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically confined to harassing Spider-Man.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
โอ้โอเคเข้าใจละวันด้าเคยฝึกที่นี่ครับแล้วก็กดดันวันด้ามากไปนะแคทเกอร์น่าจะเป็นคนซีเรียสใช้ได้เลยแล้วเก็บงำความลับเรื่อง
See you, Hunter.
อาคาธาด้วยนะ
What is this?
ไอทาโร่ดื่มด่ำครับดื่มด่ำกับเกมจะเป็นภาษาไทยทั้งทีนะดวงจันทร์มูนไนท์ด้วย
Interesting. Intriguing.
กดสำรวจทุกอย่างได้
Curious.
ได้วัตถุดิบมาอัปเกรดการ์ดนะครับ
Fascinating. That is something.
โอเคครบละในการซ้ำไปดูที่ว่าอัปเกรดยังไงนะของเบส
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
โอ้บวก2เลยเหรอ
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes?
เออ
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No,
What is it?
it's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter. But I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
เบียดไม่ยอมบอกชื่อครับคำถามกวนกันนะเนี่ย
How did you become a Dampier?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
คนที่เก็บความลับนะสำหรับเบียด
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
อ๋อ
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Mignight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anybody else?
อืม
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anyone else?
แปลก
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster
think of Sarah?
Well, there are few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Who else?
Nobody else.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
I am ready to train.
Finally. Hunter. What's up?
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really...
Yeah. No.
เอ้าเราต้องไปถามแล้วนี่
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. I still say we should have built a firing range first. Time's wasting, Hunter.
การซ้ำเป็นการที่เราเลือกมาแล้วผิดเลยอัปเกรดสิ
Do your thing.
คุยกับกัปตันมาเวล
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. My time as a pilot taught me one thing. It's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
A quantum what?
You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
โอ้โหในที่สุด
Nothing is certain these days.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chunk.
What exactly is a central?
C-E-N-T-R-A-L. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green
I
guy.
heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology. And she kicks it.
As long as we're going to be working in the streets of New York, Wade is among your best advisors. His knowledge of the city's underbelly is unrivaled.
เอา
Stark's
ไปลุยด่านเถอะ
holographic monstrosity better not
แค่
scratch
นี้ก็
my tail.
50 นาทีแล้ว
I can't just hop over to Atlantis and pick up another one, you know. It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think.
เลือกตัวยังไม่ได้ครับยังเป็นเนื้อเรื่องอยู่กับตันมาเวลกับเบรดครับเพื่อนร่วมทีมเราไป
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses, reading personality.
หน้าที่ของนางคือเปิดประตูใช่ไหมเอเลียนา
I'm Chloe. This is a different portal to a different location.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
ตรงนี้ก็เนื้อเรื่องจะเยอะหน่อยครับแต่ข้อดีเราก็จะได้รู้เรื่องพื้นฐานของแต่ละตัวละครนะ
Probably can scratch a band end off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now.
ดรฟอร์ตัส
Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
ไม่วางแผนเลยเหรอกัปตัน
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
จัดการลูกกระจอกก่อนครับ
Come get it.
หาภาพ
The mother my regards. It
เพิ่มอีก2ตัวครับ
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right? I'm on it.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
นี่แหละ
Break time's over. Your mother.
I'm on it.
Never seen that before.
Weak, even for Hydra.
We serve until the end! Awaiting reinforcements.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. I'll be sure to ask him when we're done punching out the bad guys.
You have earned this. You are lucky to still be breathing. You were too weak for this fight.
จบเร็วแล้วเนี่ย
Go, now, quickly!
Go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her!
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that head.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Still not gonna be enough.
Watch close.
2 ศพคอมโบ
Interesting.
You had your chance to escape.
แรงว่ะ
That's a neat trick.
Take this. It's about time.
นี่แน่
Watch and learn.
ครับหมดทุกอย่างโอ้ตอนนี้กัปตันมาเวลอยู่ในชนะดาวคู่นะ
Keep trying. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Reinforcements inbound.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it. yards have fallen a great deal.
Getting better every day. Here it comes.
That's not right.
More fuel for the fire.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
I owe you one.
I feel more like myself every day. Hell.
ก่อแตกแล้ว
Something? One more time.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
Let's do this.
I am impressed.
4เลย
I think you got him. That's one hell of a move.
Position compromised.
ยังครับก่อยังไม่หาย
That's not supposed to hurt.
อื้อหือ
Everything according to plan.
ร่างดาวคู่นะจัด2ครับตรงนี้เรียบร้อย
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate, full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
And you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night. It is always movie night. Exactly.
Out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
ข้อความส่วนตัวเอนเตอร์อยู่หรือเปล่าอ้าวเฮ้ยเซนซินิโก้ ก็ไม่รู้ว่าใช้สปริงยังไงนะเบสกับกัปตันมาร์เวลเพิ่งบอกคนน่ากลัวเลยเฉพาะพวกมอตัสขอบคุณฉันเหนื่อยแล้วเลือกบทสนทนานิโก้แน่นอน
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask flavor magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapon stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt this time.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Your mother could not be worse than mine.
Not saying it's a competition. Both our moms try to kill us, right? Ugh, messes with your head. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. Can you do it again? So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, Think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who are the runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The staff of one interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Can you tell me how the staff of one functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, magic.
I have some questions about your old team.
The runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the six of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. I'm sure you'll want to rest, but we should discuss our next move as soon as possible.
Good girl, Charlie.
ต้องวิ่งหาแต้มพลังนะ
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
I remember many sleepless nights and blood-soaked days. Always on the hunt.
I'll give you that. But there were times back then I wouldn't trade for anything. With both you and...
Agatha? Where is Agatha?
I'm sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
You do not have to do this.
Thank you, but I do. I haven't spoken to anyone about what happened. And more so than anyone, you deserve to know. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her. She would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
นี่ไงแมวสีดำออกสลอนเลย
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride, even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
ก่อนที่จะตามเธอไปครับ ก็ EP นี้ก็จบลงตรงนี้ก่อนครับสำหรับ EP 2 Marvel Midnight Sun นะ เพราะว่าเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ลุงมีภารกิจนะครับ ก็ฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ครับ พูดคุยกันได้ครับ ถ้าใครชอบเกมนี้ก็มาพูดคุยแล้วก็แนะนำทริคดีๆได้นะครับกับลุงแว่นเล่นเกม Marvel Midnight Sun ครับพบกันใหม่ครับใน EP ที่ 3สำหรับวันนี้ลาไปก่อน สวัสดีครับ